What's up guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'll be ranking all the Citrons. If you guys enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe with the bell so you miss any awesome videos. And we have just made a Discord, so if you guys would like to join, the link will be in the description of the video. Let's get into the video. So starting off in last place, number 6 is going to be Electro Citron. I'm sure it's pretty obvious this character is like one of the worst characters in the game. But this character used to be once one of the best characters in the game, surprisingly actually. But in like 2017, 2018, it got nerfed so hard. That nerf affected its range and its splash damage. Now this character has like a small magazine. It can only do 3 fully charged shots, which is just, it's bad. It doesn't even have good range as well. So like everything about this character just sucks. It has a massive damage drop off, bad mobility. So like this character just doesn't move well. The abilities don't match his primary. There's just nothing is good about this. This primary is weak. He's very underpowered. Just one of the worst characters in the game in my opinion. Like I feel like his abilities, they don't match up with his like primary, but on normal Citron they do with the actual like beam. But this has a charge shot, and it can do 75 charge to 90 critical up close, which is actually a lot of damage. But if you think about it, that's only one shot, and the follow-up shots after that really can't support that. So like you can do that 90 damage, but that's all you got. You're done after that. So his character just is not good at all. A very bad character. If you do use this character, just doing everyone a favor, not having to see that, doing yourself a favor, not raging. But like, come on, this character just sucks. Nothing good about him. He has no splash damage as well. He should have splash damage. That would make him so much better, but he doesn't. I don't know why they didn't do that. But Electro Citron, definitely last place. One of the worst characters in the game. Number 5 is going to be Toxic Citron. And this character is pretty similar to Alien Flower with the damage, how it does damage after you hit someone. I think this character is pretty underrated. You could put it at number 2, but the reason I have it this low is because I feel like it's just missing some things that could put it higher on the list. But this character only is really good up close, but at range it just doesn't really do good. It only does 2 damage mid to long range, which is not a lot at all. So I feel like it only does good damage up close. That's kind of why I have it kind of low on the list. So it's pretty underwhelming on its base damage without any damage upgrade. But I feel like this character, a good thing about it is it does do really good in groups and can handle itself in a horde of zombies. And Citrons aren't really good at this, like taking out characters on the move, but I feel like Toxic Citron can do that and is pretty better than all the other Citrons at that. And like I said, you could put this one higher on the list, but I kind of have it a little lower because I feel like it's not complete. It's just missing some things. But it's still a really solid character with the toxic effect. And I could see why you would like this character and might have him higher on the list. So number 4 and number 3 are pretty interchangeable. But number 4 I have Base Citron. And yes, like I said, it can be higher on the list. You could put it number 3. But you'll see why I have number 3 and number 3. I'll tell you why. But I think that the Base Citron is pretty versatile, especially with its ball mode. It does do range. It does do really good up close. It can handle itself in 1v1s, which is a really good thing. I really like that. And surprisingly, not many people know this, but this character actually does splash damage, surprisingly. So I know a lot of people don't really think that like a character like this would do splash damage, but he can, and I think that's actually really cool. I really like that. But Base Citron dominates up close, so he can do range, but up close he does really good, and his primary does 2 to 11 damage, 11 being up close. And that's actually like, that's really good damage. That's a high damage output. So this character actually does really good. But the reason I kind of have it lower on the list is because it does struggle with characters on the move. So if you have an imp jumping around, a Citron really can't handle that too well. And that's why I kind of have it a little lower. But it still is a very solid character. And that's why I have it at number 4 on this list. Number 3 goes to Frozen Citron. And yes, like I said, it is interchangeable with Base Citron. But I think it's just slightly better than base. It does do 3 to 11 damage, which is kind of why I have it up there. But the main reason I have it up here is because it can freeze zombies. I think that's just enough to put it above. Now, of course, you might have it lower if you don't like that. If you'd rather just have a base Citron. But one of the downsides, it does do no splash damage compared to the base, which does. So I think that's kind of the main thing is the splash damage. If you do like the splash damage and you're not as accurate, then you might want to put this one a little lower. But if you are an accurate player, I definitely would put Frozen Citron above, because it does reward you for that with the frozen damage. Well, not damage, but it does reward you with that with the frozen effect, so I really like that. But yeah, like I said, it does have the ability to freeze zombies and make them not able to move. And I feel like these two are basically the same thing. but I feel that Frozen Citron is just slightly better with being able to freeze the zombies. Top 2, number 2 is going to be Party Citron, and this is similar to the base Citron, of course, only really difference being the party mode. It does 4 to 11 damage, and it does have more range, which is another plus, which is why I have it at number 2 and not like number 3 or something. So to unlock party mode, you have to get 5 kills, and I feel like it's actually really easy, because the Citron actually has the ball, which is like a mode that it goes into so it goes faster, and I think the ball definitely helps Citrons escape more, so you can just like get a kill, escape, and you're out, and I think that's very helpful with the party mode. So like I said before, this ability does actually match up really well, and Citron does have some of the best abilities in the game, not as good as Corn, but it's definitely a really good ability set. And when you unlock party mode, you are faster, and you can do 5 to 13 damage now. But Party Citron can be really deadly in 1v1s, but I think it's a very balanced character and has its good things and its bad things. Number 1 on the list is going to be Iron Citron, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious. I'm sure you all kind of knew. But Iron Citron honestly probably has one of the best legendary modes in the game. So when you unlock legendary mode, you get 50 health, you are 25 more resistant damage, and you get 4 more shots in your primary, which is actually really good, because this character has one of the best primaries in the game, and this character does 50 damage as their primary. Like, think about that, 50 damage. That is insane. So I think this is probably the best like range Citron there are. It can handle itself at range and is good at close, so it is very versatile. Citrons, like I said, now this Citron have solid abilities but average primaries, but this Citron just has good abilities and a good primary. Like, that's why it's number 1. And with the reload upgrade on him, he is one of the best characters in the game. So like, yeah, obviously this is gonna be number 1. He's a little slower, but he does get 50 health that makes up for it, and I don't really see an issue with that. And he has the ball that can make up for being slower. And like I said before, he has probably one of the best primaries and legendary modes in the game. So Iron Citron is absolutely just broken. He's such a good character, and it's pretty obvious that he's going to be number 1 on the list. But that's going to be it for my list. These are all just my opinions, and you guys may have a different one than me. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe with the bell, and we'll see you guys in the next video.